Not a problem.
All
I'm really
right.
happy.
Wow, Draven's entire like city, it's all black. Everything's gone. Everyone's screwed. Sounded not how I wanted it to sound, but we'll see, guys, because here we are
Game paused.
on Terraform. Seigifried, is that a problem? It's just Draven. Like, Draven has left the game, and he just says, is that a problem? I have to tune in Draven because he's the only other person that can also conveniently laugh at the same thing while I don't have to wait 2 minutes for chat delay.
Game resumed.
All right, guys, here we are on Terraform. Top left-hand corner, the blue Protoss player. It is Marsman. And his opponent in the bottom right-hand corner, the orange toss himself from Rival Gaming. It is Seigifried, or Seigifried, because he spelled it the wrong way.
Or Seinfeld.
Or Seinfeld. It also definitely has that kind of ring to it. I mean, maybe he's Kramer. You never know. You got like Seinfeld Esports on Twitter. It's always funny. PvP on this map is always it's always very unique because you can see a lot of blink plays. You can see Stalker all-ins. Sorry, not Stalker all-ins. You can see Oracle plays, blink plays. Generally, I do prefer the Twilight opener on this map, getting Twilight Council like around 420 to 430. And then going from kind of one base play, maybe two base Stalker. Generally, you do prefer Stalkers on this map. See how it pans out. Stargate is also always good. And yeah, I mean, War Prisms, nevertheless, they're pretty good. Marsman will be opening up, I think, with maybe a little bit more aggressive. Now, he's just scouting to make sure. I mean, you always got to scout. It's interestingly enough from Marsman, scouting is natural really carefully. Yet, on the other hand, we see some from Seigifried. And what are you laughing at, Hawkeye? Like, you're just laughing in the background as I'm tending to concentrate. Nothing. Okay, just looking at chat. All right. Apparently, he's looking at Reddit.com eye bleach. We'll see, though. The beautiful scout from Seigifried does spot two gases, 3 into each, is normally indicative of that Stargate play. Still both players on one base, which is 100% fine. Anytime in the RSL, in any league I cast, whatever, you do not want to do gate first, or at least Nexus, gate into Nexus in these positions. Really screws you over in PvP, which is about pretty much what everyone knows. Seigifried, though, looking a little bit more like a Twilight play, going 2 into each gas, and that's what I think is going to be. Blink against the Stargate, maybe an Oracle opener. Still kind of debatable. Recently, I have been seeing putting 3 into gas earlier on instead of 2 into each for the Twilight play. You can pump out a little bit more Stalkers, and it's a little bit more versatile early on. Maybe you need a Sentry, whatever. Maybe you go Robo. It doesn't quite confine you in as the Twilight Council play into some more Blink, and we'll see how that actually culminates in just a few minutes here and what they decide. Marsman has had a full scout on his opponent in the top left, and now actually, technically, he scouted his opponent in the bottom right, but he himself in the top. Nothing too crazy going out now. Seigifried will have the much quicker Mothership core, sacrificing a little bit of gas here, but both players are pretty darn even, and interestingly enough, it's actually going to be Twilight out of Marsman, while Stargate out of Seigifried. Exact opposite of what I was saying, but still pretty darn good. With the scouts, though, for Marsman, I think this is more of a decision of, okay, I think you're also doing a Stalker play, and I'm going to try to match you. That's fine, Draven, if you need to do that, by the way. I think really coming from Marsman, like I was saying, is kind of matching his opponent here. We'll see how that actually comes down in the top right hand. We see Marsman, and strangely enough, Mothership core is there, and his probe. Maybe looking to throw down a pylon or a sneaky pylon somewhere. Won't be for now. Seigifried opening up that Zealot Mothership core. Probably going to take a natural off the back of this, but for now we'll see. It will be an Oracle coming out, and I mean, he's being pretty darn aggressive. This first Zealot, interestingly enough, we saw it a lot in Wings of Liberty and kind of failed in the middle of Heart of the Swarm. Generally, these kind of Zealot or early Stalker pushes with just 1 or 2. And that's exactly what Seigifried is doing. It can take your opponent by surprise, especially when there's Stalkers in the bottom left-hand corner and a probe in the top right. This Zealot's going to bypass just about whatever. Blink is on the way for Marsman, throwing down 2 more gates. I'm just going to do a 3-gate. Actually, no, 4. Is it 4-gate? Nope, 3-gate Robo. Bit of a more safe build. Instead of getting his Nexus, he did go for that Twilight Council. So much more safe for Marsman right here, and I like it. With his one stalker and probe out of the map, he's got a prime opportunity to do some harassment or at least throw down pylon. But oh, the scout from Seigifried is good. Oracle does catch that probe, actually just pulls back. He knows aggression is happening, and honestly, you got two kind of ideas about this. One is you keep the Oracle back, use Pulsar Beam, maybe you kill like a stalker and help or soak up some damage. But two is you send it out, you let your opponent kind of bait into you, and they're going to have to commit enough stalkers. Actually, we even see Marsman pulling back his stalker, but they're going to have to commit enough stalkers at home to defend, so really, I'd rather just send your Oracle out across the map, try to get 1 or 2 kills, at least kind of annoy your opponent. But now Marsman knows the Oracle, still on the other side of the map with the 3 stalkers incoming. So far he's got 6, moving across the map, Blink is done. It's going to be up to Seigifried to defend him with just actually only 2 gate production of Void Ray and Oracle, and the Photon Overcharge. Off the back of this, I think it would be beautiful for Marsman. Take a natural base, he will have a nice little hold here, but we'll see how that actually plays out. Seigifried will get rid of the rocks, the lovely rocks. Now it is a robo for Seigifried. I don't know if it's careful, but he knows he needs to get Immortal. The Void Ray isn't the best. Yes, it's good, but it just does not match the Immortal's power. Marsman, though, sorry, Seigifried has to be super careful. Yes, he's got a Sentry. Yes, he can Force Field, but the Blink. Marsman has Blink. Oh no, high ground vision though. There was the earlier robo back at home for Marsman. Maybe he brings the Observer because he doesn't have an Observer at home. Maybe he brings it out, but for now, it'll just kind of hang out at home. And Seigifried has bought himself a remarkable amount of time. We'll be able to get up a second we'll be able to get up a second Void Rays now on 3 gates. He's got his robo out. Like I was saying though, it's just, oh, the Oracle of Seigifried does manage to kind of get in there. Doesn't get any kills, no, but it does manage to get in there and annoy. I love how the Observer's there. Maybe you assume Seigifried was going like a weird wonky DT opener? I don't even know. Just probably forgot about it. Natural base, though, is spotted, and Seigifried knows he wants to move out. Currently, Seigifried is 33 armor supply to 27. Not too much of a difference, but there is that Blink play. As soon as Seigifried gets an Immortal, he wants to move out, but oh, this one Stalker is very aggressive and actually shows he has Blink. Yes, he said the Twilight Council earlier, but now Seigifried can 100% confirm it that there is that Twilight Council out on the map. Or sorry, they're at Blink is done, but now Immortal coming on for Seigifried. And honestly, it's an interesting position if he moves down the map, only because the Stalkers blink forward. Yes, they probably want to kill the Immortal, but there's just a lot of big tech units. He can make the decision of what he wants to snipe. Over here in the top left-hand corner, Oracle's still kind of poking in, but it will actually trigger Photon Overcharge. Beautiful, just keeping Marsman on his toes, where the entire army of Marsman is not with his main force, but still he's denying the natural base of Seigifried, which is not too good. Seigifried should have been able to bust out a while ago, but he's being very, very careful. He knows there's one sentry from Marsman and does not want to be too aggressive down this ramp. But oh, barely the Stalker survives. Back at home, Marsman's natural is done, by the way, adding on more gates. And now Marsman, finally, he picks up on home. He's saying, you know what, I've denied it long enough. I've taken my own natural. I need to be very, very careful about how I actually kind of come about this. Looks like he's got a good defense. He's bought himself a very long time. And Seigifried, I won't say, just push out across the map. You have 2 Immortals. You got multiple Void Rays. You have every single tool you need to punish your opponent or their natural base. Still, the Oracle is alive for Seigifried. He could very well Revelation if he wants to. But now, Seigifried moving out. There's already a pylon queued up for him. And oh, the Oracle does go down with a beautiful blink forward. I would have loved that Oracle to stay alive maybe a little bit longer and bait out a blink from his opponent Marsman, but will not be the case. Guys, right now, still 0-0. This is the first game in a best of 3. Whoever wins this match will move on to face Namshar in a PvZ, but oh man, one Stalker of Seigifried gets you a little bit out of position. Army supply-wise, it's currently 50-53, pretty darn even, but as I was mentioning, Seigifried, I mean, he's got a nice amount of Immortals off the back of this. I'd love to see a big Stalker warp in to complement this force, and that's exactly what he does. A fake Oracle actually may pull back the army of Marsman, but since it's not triggering, it's not going to do about a beautiful, massive concave. Actually gets 2 Immortals. Marsman takes out 2 Immortals and completely decimates. That was the army right there of Seigifried. Yes, he's got Void Rays. Yes, he's got Stalkers and Zealots. But Marsman has defended. I think that was it right there. I think that was it. Really depressing kind of end of that, but we'll see. Seigifried is still going to try to push. He does not have charge. He doesn't have anything like that. He's going to rely off Guardian Shield, and the Prismatic Alignment takes out one pylon. He's going to desperately try to focus down this Nexus. If he can focus down the Nexus, it's going to be beautiful, but sadly he's clicking on that Nexus. Some of the Zealots kind of get stuck between the force fields and won't do the most damage here, but Void Ray goes down, brings the Nexus to 0 shields, but won't actually inflict damage, and Marsman, he may have committed 400 to his natural base, not that many probes at it, but his army is beautiful, great force fields. will kill a decent amount of sentries, and Marsman takes game 1. GG from Seigifried. Marsman, game 1-0. Honestly, Seigifried could have broken out of his base a lot earlier. He had the Immortals too, but he was being safe and careful because of the sentries and Blink. It's a really dicey situation. In the end, though, Marsman, man, he took his natural, he played it safe, he pulled back when he needed to, and in the end, was just got a beautiful, beautiful force fields. I don't know if Draven will be joining me again. I think you're stuck with me for the play-by-play for the rest of the night, guys. But thanks so much, actually, as I say that, Draven. Oh, that was just Hawkeye adding him in? Yeah, he's teasing me. Are you teasing me, Draven?
Yep.
Oh, man, the tease is good.